Number 4 of part of the health hazard, it's in the later future it disposes the male gender to benign prostate hyperplasia. So tomorrow when you start having benign prostate hyperplasia, you say, because I'm not having regular intercourse. It might be due to what you have done in your early Hi viewers, today we are going to be talking of different types of loud. Words on the street or the slogan is usually called loud, but the original name is cannabis. So we are going to be talking of 4 different types. So stay put, stay enlightened, don't go nowhere. If you're new here, don't forget to follow us, and if you find this video very helpful to you, don't forget to give us a like, a thumbs up, or add your own input if we're lacking anyway. And this is where I can counseling and outreach. I still remain Rachel, your online counselor. I'm going to be listing the 4 types that I'm going to talk about based on their tetrahydrocannabinol, that's THC, based on how high they are. That's from complex to simple. That's the one that can get you high the most, step by step like that. That's how I'm going to be listing them. So number 1 is Igbo. Number 2 is Canadian loud. Number 3 is Scottish loud. Then number 4 is Ghana loud. So now let's go to the explanation in details. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I'm trying to merge it so that this video is not going to be as long as possible. So let's go to Igbo. But before I go to Igbo, all the 4 that I just listed, they're usually called, or the slogans that they're usually called is weed, loud, ganja. So they might not just call the names I just listed, they'll just give that slogan. I'm going to make this video as short as I can. I'll try my best. So Igbo can either be smoked or can be put in meal for consumption. It's planted in our local vicinity. However, it is illegal. So if you are being caught, you will face the penalty. Number 2 of one of the loud is Canadian loud, which of course I listed before. Canadian loud is usually called, or the slogan is usually called Canna. It is believed to be associated with Canada. It might actually not be produced in Canada, but sellers usually use that as a means to sell it in a much more expensive way by saying it is from Canada, because it is much more refined and it is believed to be much more refined and much more quality. So they sell it much more expensive, and sometimes even with your money you may not be able to purchase it. Number 3, which is Scottish loud. It is believed, or it is associated with Scotland. So they believe that growers are in Scotland and it is imported. Sometimes it might actually not be imported, but sellers will always claim it is imported so that they can sell it in a much more expensive way because it is refined, and because of the high level of THC, that's the tetrahydrocannabinol, they sell it very expensive to the buyers. Before I proceed, I want you to take note of this. There's no official cannabis strings called Scottish loud. The official cannabis strings are usually called names like OG Cash, Blue Dreams, Soul Diesel. Those are the official strings. Number 4, which is Ghana loud. Of course, just like the Canadian and Scottish loud, it is believed to also be imported because it is well dried, it's much more stronger, it is premium, it has high tetrahydrocannabinol, so it is very refined and very expensive. So they sell it to buyers in a much more expensive rate because they claim it is being imported from Ghana. It might actually not be imported from Ghana. Let's talk about the measurement of all the 4 cannabis I listed. It is measured with digital scale, usually known as professional mini. It is measured in gram. The amount when being sold can be referred to as wrap / small portion, handful, bag / pack, and so on and so forth. So mothers, take note. If you see any unrealistic green leaf in your house, be well informed. They are in leaf form. They must all pass through the term crusher because they must be crushed, and they have their own wrapping sheet. You can't use normal paper, of course, so that you don't inhale another chemical, and their own wrapping sheet is called razor. So mothers, take note and be well informed. Let's talk about the health hazard of Igbo. Canadian loud, Scottish loud, Ghana loud. All of these listed are cannabis, and their health hazard include the following. Number one, but before I start listing according to number, I want you to take note that anything that contains chemicals that has to do with tetrahydrocannabinol is dangerous to the brain and of course to the body when consumed. Number one of the health hazard is effect on the brain. If not well managed or proper follow-up or adequate follow-up is not done, it can slow decision making, especially when it comes to adolescents, teenagers. It can slow decision making. Instead of being rational or being quick in decision making, it shuts it down. It can slow learning. It can slow ability to be critical in thinking. So parents, take note of this. Number two of one of the hazard is mental health issues. Number one is anxiety. It can cause the child to be paranoid, especially if the child wants to take it and it's not available for the child to consume. Number two, which is mood disorder. We also have mental health issues such as psychosis. So parents, be well informed, and young adults, be well enlightened. Number three of part of the health hazard is breathing and lung problem or lung issues. When smoked, it can cause irritation to the lungs. It can also cause breathing problem in the later future. So take note of this. It can also affect your lung in the later future. It might not be an immediate reaction. Number four of part of the health hazard, it's in the later future, it disposes the male gender to benign prostate hyperplasia. So tomorrow when you start having benign prostate hyperplasia, you say, because I'm not having regular intercourse. It might be due to what you have done in your early adulthood. The last but not the least health hazard I'm going to be talking about. But before I proceed, if you feel I've omitted any, please don't forget to include it in the comment section. And if you are yet to subscribe or follow us, don't forget to do that. If you find this video very educative, don't forget to give us a like, reshare, comment, etc. So the last but not the least health hazard I'm going to be talking about is that it predisposes one to cancer. In your old adulthood, when you start having cancer, you believe it's your village people that are after you. Meanwhile, it is what you have done in your early adulthood that is coming after you. You mustn't get high to be a logical thinker, or you mustn't get high to quench anxiety or problem. I still remain, your health is your wealth. I still remain Wayake Counseling Outreach, and of course my name is Rachel. Bye bye.